Good morning. Old Fisherman back with you again. Lake Murray this morning. We left Monticello and come to Lake Murray. We're swapping back and forth. We're back out on these stripers, and believe it or not, there ain't a soul here but me. Let's see if there's any stripers here. Hope they ain't left. I'm seeing something now. Whether they bite, I don't know. I'm seeing something down there on the bottom. See what we can do. Sun's coming up. Another beautiful day to be alive. And hey, I'm looking forward to each and every day that I can be out on this water. I do love it, and I don't mind telling you. Everybody knows that. See if we can catch a striper this morning. See if they'll bite. See if they'll bite. Tighten up on this drag a little bit. Ain't quite tight enough. I'll miss some fish if I ain't got it tight enough. Just got to set that hook when he hits it. Oh, one hit on the way down. Look at that. Already got one. Look. Oh my. Already got one. This might not take long today. You know they always bite early. That's a small fish though. That ain't good. That ain't the size I'm looking for. Hey, that ain't the size I'm looking for. I need my towel too. Oh, it come off by itself. I wish it'd come off in the water. That ain't the size I'm looking for though. That's a small fish. That's a small fish. Drop it back down and see if we can catch another one. Lake Murray. Loving life. Nobody else out here. And the sun is coming up. That might be the size fish out here today. You never know. You might come out here and catch 8-pounders. You might come out here and catch 2-pounders or 1-pounders. You never know. Hey, all of them's fun to catch. The problem is the 5 limit. They down there. They down there. Drop it to the bottom where the big boys lie. That's what we're gonna do here today. We had a good time at Monticello yesterday. I caught a pile of white perch. They wasn't real big, a lot of them, but they was big enough. I threw a lot of them back too, because Loney ain't around in the summertime. Somebody want to know where Loney was. Loney always leaves and goes back north for the summer. He only comes in the winter. Shows up around November. October, November, starts showing up. And the colder it gets, the more shows up. Old Loney. I don't miss him though. I can turn the fish back and they can live down there now. When Loney's around, he eats them all. He eats them all. Thanks again to John Sykes for making this doggone boat beater. What a nice thing. When you start beating this boat with them fish in the live well, they start stirring as soon as you start hitting. So there's something to that boat beating, people. Huh, there's something to that boat beating. There he is. There he is. The little ones. They little ones out here today, people. They little ones. And not the big ones. The little ones in here. The babies. And that ain't good. That ain't good at all. I want the big ones. Not the little ones. Hey, you gotta take what bites, so them ain't the ones I'm wanting right there. Little fish. They just as aggravating to get off as the big ones too. Just as aggravating. Them's kind you need to be able to throw back right there. You don't need to have to keep that. That's a shame I got to keep that fish and I don't need to. That's all I can say, Mr. Game Warden. That's a shame. Stupid law. I don't see him this minute. He kind of left. He kind of left. Pull the boat a little bit and get that 45 in that line. I tell y'all, it's important that it come back. Hey, I believe they're small fish though. They're hard to tell sometimes. I think they're small fish. There you are. They out there though. Hey, they there. They just small. Small today. And not the big ones. Not that ain't too bad, that though. Bigger than the other one were. Bigger than the other one. It's gonna be quick today. We're gonna have to go perch fishing. Try to find some perch here. I'll load up and go back to Lake Monticello and catch white perch. Now that's a bigger fish right there. I think I got him snagged though. He's pulling like he's snagged in the back of the head. And that happens a lot. Pulling like he's snagged in the back of the head. Hey, day is he pulling. I know that got to be snagged. If he ain't snagged, he's 3 or 4 pounds or better. If he ain't snagged, but I think he's going around circles like he's snagged. That's what I think. I don't know, he ain't snagged. That's a nice fish. Hey, that's a nice fish right there. That's a good one. What? That's a super dog magnum. Uh-oh, come here, boy, come here. That's a super dog magnum right there. Them that kind of what we want. My goodness, a good one. Look at that. He wasn't snagged. Snagged in the hook, in the mouth. Way he snagged. Hey, look at that. Look at that, what a jumbo super dog supreme. Oh, gotta love that. You have got to love that. Drop it back down to the bottom with a big boy's life. Big boy's life. Man, I love fishing. Ain't nothing like it. I'm telling you, I love fishing. Hey, call him in. Call him in. Old boat beater. We got us a boat beater now. Old John Sykes, wonderful guy. He helped the Old Fisherman out right there. He helped the Old Fisherman out. Drop it to the bottom. All right, let's see what we can do. Didn't get one that time. I can't believe it. There's fish everywhere. There's fish everywhere down there. They look like they a little small though. I don't think they're all big ones. I think there's a lot of little ones in there. Let's turn this boat in a circle. Make a circle with it. All right, get it to the bottom with a big boy's line. See if we can catch one. Uh-oh, and slacked up. And slacked up. Ain't a thing out here but a little ditch, a little creek channel, like a underwater pond lays out here, and the creek rips into it and makes a turn around in here. There's some bends on the channel is what it amounts to. That's why them fish hang in here and feed. Good place for herring, apparently. See, you catch a couple and they get uninterested. That's what they do every day. Every day they do the same thing. You got to stir them up and get them back under you. They will not stay under you long. When you first get there, they show up and then they kind of taper off when they find out fish are getting pulled up. Tell you, it gets hot quick, so you got to really get them quick. Them big ones might be right in there in the daggone shallow water, and they run these funnels up, these valleys up, till they get up to the end, about 30 foot of water, and then they come back. They feed back and forth in here, and you never know where they're going to be. I always like to start out here deeper, because I always catch a couple nice ones out here deeper. But I'm not sure that I don't need to be in this shallow this morning. These fish ain't showing up like they ought to be. They did when I first got here. It was fish everywhere. And they leaving now. And I can feel it. You ain't gonna catch but a couple at a spot, and then you got to move around till you get on a new batch, so to say. A new batch. Right now, we ain't on them. I don't see them. You know when they're there. I mean, they show up on that garment. That garment don't lie. It don't lie. And it's, uh-oh, no one I ain't catching one. My doggone jig, my spoon is tied up. That's what's wrong. That's what was wrong. Ain't that the fish ain't biting. Phone wasn't acting right. You made a knot on the end. Got caught up. All right. Drop it down. Right now we're coming up the hill of that valley. We had 40-something footed. It's 50, in the mid-50s out there, and then it starts coming up a little hump. So the creek turns around this little ridge point like. And a lot of times they'll get pushed up on these little points off the ridge. And that's where they feed. They bank them hair into the side of that little point. All right, see if we can get another. Uh-oh, I'm telling you, they're getting uninterested. I can feel it. This here's got more of a thumping noise than my net. We're going to find another batch. These here left. There's some down there, but they ain't hitting. Just a few coming through. Now the whole school might come back from that beating. Now I'm seeing something right there. Maybe one of fixing to hit it. Oh, one bumped it. One run up there and bumped it. What are you doing? Try to turn this boat away from that sun. That sun's terrible. I got to watch where that angle is, because if it don't, y'all won't be able to see me. I know that. That camera got a lot of glare in it when the sun's shining in it. Let me tell you. Ain't nothing I can do about it with this camera. I ain't taking it now. There he is. There he is. There he is. See what happens? You keep on. Keep on. You can catch a couple. These are smaller fish, though. Hey, these ain't that big. I mean, ain't nothing I can do about it. I can't make the baby bite. But he's a nice one. Ain't nothing wrong with him. About 2 pounds. About 2 pounds. I will have to put me something in this net, though. I got to get a piece of conduit or something, but I don't want to get nothing too heavy. I've been scratching the boat up with it when I throw it around. So actually, I might just need to fight it short because it won't beat the boat up. I notice I beat the boat up a lot with these nets. Hey, he ain't that bad. Hey, we can't catch one more. That's 4. Look at that. Huh? That's 4. We got to go do something else. And the sun's just now getting up. That's why I like perch fishing. I ain't got to worry about that. So much nicer to be able to go out and just have a good time and catch them than worrying about a doggone 5 limit. That's why, if it wouldn't be that 5 limit, I love striper fishing. I do love it anyhow, don't get me wrong. But that 5 limit, handicaps you. You go through the effort, you get gas, you come out here and you throw out, and in a few minutes you catch 5 fish. That's why I don't like the 5 limit. But it is what it is, you know? Ain't nothing I can do about it. Lawmakers make the law, whether they're right or not. They make some stupid laws, but hey, laws are man-made, people, and a lot of people that make them laws, they got no clue about what they're doing. Somebody done talked them into doing it. So that's the problem with laws, especially with fishing laws. They keep changing things around. I remember when you could go down to the coast and catch them little Virginia spots. All you wanted, just like perch. Now they got a limit on them. They messed that up. People don't want to spend the gas to go down and catch a limit of Virginia spots. When I was a kid, my dad and them used to go down there on the pier and just have them a good time fishing. Now they got it where people can't afford to go for what little bit of limits they can catch, and they're worried about ocean fish when the commercial fisherman goes out there with nets and they don't have to abide by the law, and it just ain't proper. It ain't proper. So these laws, some of these laws they come up with, absolutely, that makes no sense. That's the way I feel. I can't help it. And this rockfish law is one of them. Hey, why worry about it? Put more in. They like them laws where they can catch and make some money. Because they know people, it's hard, you get out here in them, it's hard to do the right thing. And then they can get you, make a fortune, take your boat, that kind of thing. I think it's a trap. But, hey, ain't a lot I can do about it. I'm just an old person paying taxes. I pay plenty of taxes. All right, we need another fish. We need another fish. They ain't really, we catch one every so often. Ain't no big ones in here this morning. And it's like I say, this might be the day the big ones are in yonder. Or it might be the day the big ones out in 70 foot of water, 60 foot of water, instead of 50s. So you got to keep searching until you find them. What we got to do? Right now, I don't see them. Beat the boat. Somebody said on my show they was glad I got me a boat beater while I wouldn't tear up my carpet. Well, I got this piece of carpet laying there and I've been hitting. I ain't been hitting my good carpet, not unless it was an accident. That old net I normally use don't even have a cushion on the end. That it will cut the carpet. But thanks to Mark Owens, the guy I bought the boat from, he gave me this piece of carpet right here. It's nice to throw the fish up on. I ain't got to worry about the blood in it. And it's really getting stained up, so if that'd be my real carpet, I'd be done messed up my boat already. We got to find another batch of fish. We done got off of them. I don't know if we're gonna be able to catch 5 or not. Man, it's already hot. The sun's just now coming up. I can't believe I guess this heat is scared people off. I don't where all the guide boats are, they ain't here. They done went somewhere else. They must be done caught mounting the bigger fish somewhere else. But I don't see any guide boats anywhere. So somewhere, they get tips between each other all the time. They help each other out. So if somebody's catching the bigger fish, they probably done went somewhere else. Around Shoal Island, up toward the dam. They go different areas. I don't see them here at all. Nobody out here. It's the first time I've been out here and nobody's been out here in a long time. It's because the fish done got smaller is what it is. Guarantee you on that. Fish done got smaller. Now we can't get a bite. Mike was supposed to meet me out here, but he must have decided to go crappie fishing. Thanks for the hat orders last night. Hey, we almost giving them away now. I'm not making nothing on these hats. So if you want a hat, now it's time to get it. We had to go up to $4 on shipping because about every shipping is $3.50 and better. Especially if you buy 2 items, then I eat the cost of the second item. So if you bought several hats, I would probably not make any money. Trying to get rid of the hats, get them out there for my fans. And they're $10. You can't beat $10. I can't, I can give them away less and lose money on them. But $10 is as cheap as they gonna get. The shipping is $4. There ain't nothing I can do about that. Post office makes a lot of money shipping, but I'm gonna tell you, y'all wouldn't believe how much money I spend on shipping. Above and beyond the $3.50 that I used to charge, that I can't charge no more because nothing's $3.50. If I send a hat to Chapin, from Chapin, it's $3.50. If I send it to another state, it's higher. One guy wanted me to autograph a hat. I autographed one this morning. I ain't never autographed nothing in my life. I hope he likes it. Fish done quit. They left. I don't even see them. We got to find them. We got to ease on in till we get on some fish. I'm not on them. What we'll do, we'll move about 50, 75 yards and drop down, see if we can stir up a new bat. A lot of times you pull along here, you won't see the fish. You pulling along, you think it ain't nothing there. When you stop and drop down, they show up. I don't know if they come up off the bottom or if they come from over yonder or what they do, but they will show up a lot of times. And you drive right by them with your big motor, you won't see them. But if you stop and fish, you might see them. They will not show up sometimes till you pull it up and down 2 or 3 times. It makes a little ruckus. Actually, I'm not too sure that you couldn't put a small spoon by this spoon, I don't know, or have a double spoon, one to tap the other spoon and make noises and make it change movements. Wouldn't be better than what it is. Like a spoon beside a spoon. We might can take a little spoon and attach it beside this and up at the top, a little one just to tingle it, dingle it a little bit. And I might try that. I might experiment with that. Like a double spoon, 2 wiggling. Who knows? That might be the key. Something to think about. All right, we moved in just a little bit, try to get our last fish. See if we can get him. I see a few down there. We moved in shallower. Pull in the cove and pull in shallow and see if we can get something stirred up again. There's some down there. I'm thinking this school of fish done pushed in here to the cove. What I'm thinking is happening. I see some fish, don't know what size they are. They look like they could be small. That's what they look like. Could be small. They ain't taking it though. It must be small. Doggone it. He hit it on the way down right there, right under the water on the bump. All right, drop it down. There's some there. Hey, there's some there. Line's getting all crinkled up. Oh, why? Something's going on with this thing. Drop it to the bottom. There's some right there. Plenty of fish there. I think we'll catch one on this run, on this pull. If I pull up and do it at 45, we'll catch one. There's some there. All we got to do is drop it down, pull the boat up, and pull it in. I think we catch one. I think we can, but they might be small. That's the only thing. We don't need but one more. All right, get it down. There it is. Let's see if we can catch one. There you go. What'd I tell you? I figured it out, didn't I? Hey, that's all you got to do, people. Is know what you're doing. Drop it the way you think it. You see fish, and then put it at 45, and you can catch them. That's what you got to do. Managing the boat, setting the boat in a position that you can catch these fish, and that's what it's all about. That's a nice one there. Them big ones might have moved in. Huh? The big ones might have moved in. They're bigger. It ain't no big one, but it's bigger. All right. All right, that's number 5. We got to take it home now. Hey, that's number 5. We caught 2 fairly good ones. We caught some little ones in that bunch. But I hate that. I hate we got to go. But it is what it is at this point. Hey folks, we back with you, and I'm kind of show you the area I've been fishing. Show you what it looks like. We're gonna do a little riding around real slow, showing the fish finder. Hope you can see it. But if you look at my fish finder right here, is the top to the bottom, 0 to the bottom. Here is the bottom section blown up, and you can see the yellow here. That's the bottom, and any hooks or anything in between there, from here on the right side, is suspended fish or fish right on the bottom. The ones close to the bottom will blow up right over here on the left side. We fishing an underwater channel. It's 59 foot, you see it right there. And when I come in the morning, if I start marking any fish, if I see a couple fish like that, I'll stop and start fishing. See the fish coming up off the bottom right here? That's the fish coming up off the bottom. That's a striper. Them stripers laying down there on that bottom in about 56 foot of water right on the bottom. Same picture right here, only it's not blown up. That is. That's the difference. Same picture, top to the bottom. See these fishes right here are above that screen, you don't see them. So that's the bottom half on the left and top to the bottom on the right. And it's nothing here but a channel. Comes in off the big water. Coming back in a cove is what it is. And as we run this channel, you see us some bait fish all up in here, 10, 12, 15, 20 foot. It's bait fish and some stripers probably. It might be, and big hooks might be gars. Sometimes gars are back in here. But I want to give you a view of, and we're going to ease on in, and we're going to look at the bottom. A lot of times you ride and you won't see anything. You might see one hook or two. You just got to stop and fish because you never know when they're there. If you're riding around your fish finder and looking at your fish finder, unless you happen to get on a big school of fish, you might not even see them. They lay it on the bottom sleeping. And right in here, you're starting to see a couple stripers coming through. And right there's a hump and a bump on the bottom. That could be a fish laying there. It could be a stump. 51 foot. And we're getting back in this channel. And as we go back, a lot of times up in the day, they'll push themselves back into a channel and just sit there and wait. It's slick calm now. It's about 9 o'clock. We done caught a limit of fish. We playing now. We're looking and playing. And I'm showing you this fish finder. We done caught a limit of fish. We had some small ones and we had some nice ones. But we caught our limit pretty quick. And now I'm just riding around playing. I'm probably going to go see if I can find perch. But due to the fact that it is a calm, slick, and it must be 95 degrees already. Right there's 2 rockfish on the bottom. There's 3, 4 stacked on top of each other. And here comes some more. So that tells me we got some activity back. The farther we get back in the cove, the more fish that I'm marking. This is top to the bottom, this is the bottom. So that tells me these fish might be pushed back in this cove. We're about halfway back and we're in 45 foot. And all we're doing is looking at the channel. The channel leading to the back of a cove. And it's got some turns in it. And now we're coming off the edge of the channel and it's coming up on the hill a little bit. So we're getting out of the channel. You see them couple fish laying right there on that hill and some on the bottom. I wanted to show you, you can't just ride around and look at the fish finder. You got to basically fish. Now right here's a lot of stripers. There you go. That's what we're looking for. That's when I stop and start fishing. When I see that. See that right there? That's when I stop and start fishing. We might can beat on the boat and see if it'll stir some more in here. We're just playing. See that big old hook right there? That's a big fish. That could be gar now. But I'm thinking a couple of them were stripers. And what we're looking for is fish starting to come in on the bottom when I'm beating the boat. You can see these humps, that's fish laying on the bottom. This little blue stuff scattered in here is that grass that's floating around in here. They're not, now I got 26. See, I done got on the edge. So we need to really crank up and get back out in the channel. Okay? I'm gonna pull back out the channel. Let's see if we got on the edge. We got up where it's coming up shallow. And we really want to be on where it starts dropping and out in the middle of this channel. That's where most of your fish are gonna be. As you get up on the edge, now you see some smaller fish. And if you get a little bit shallower, 20 foot or less, you'll start seeing that doggone grass. I know we got reflection from that doggone sun. Let me get out the sun. Tell you, that sun makes it really difficult to video. It's bright, and it's done got up 9 o'clock a little bit now, but the fishing's probably it's over, you know. It's calm, clear conditions and hot. It's about over now at this point. You better be done caught. Now as we get out deeper, we're getting about 29, 30 foot. It was dropping off into the channel. You're starting to see more and more hooks. You got more and more hooks. Now we're getting on deeper in the channel. There's some laying on the bottom. Them stripers, see that? Them stripers laying in that channel, next to that drop in that valley. So that tells me if I was fishing, I'd stop right now and I'd start beating the boat and see if I could draw these fish. The motor will run them away. So you don't want to run over and over and over with the motor. I'm gonna beat the boat a little bit to see if we can bring some in under us. I want to show you what they look like when they come in. Now, there's some stripers coming in right there. See them? They're coming in under the boat. They wondering what that beating is. Not a lot of them, just a couple. I tell you, the fish is probably inactive right now. This thing got hot. But just to show you, hey, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna show you in the ice chest the fish that we caught today. And we caught our 5 really quick. You see them laying in there. See them laying in there? Hey, a couple of them's nice. There's one nice one. The rest of them not that big, but there's one nice one. You got to love that. But we got our 5. They probably weigh an average of 3 pounds. That's probably 15 pounds of fish in there. Hey, you got to love it. The Old Fisherman is loving life. And hey, glad to be with you. See you on the next video.